welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you my current summer skin foundation routine. I've been doing this routine for a couple of weeks and I think I have it on lockdown. I've been using the same products in terms of steps: bronzer, BB cream, highlighter. I may have switched out different brands, but the products themselves are the same. I'm going to take you through all the way from my SPF to my glow. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so you can get on the bandwagon and see more videos. And without further ado, if you want to see how we get summer foundation skin, then please keep on watching. Skincare, 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 skincare. My primer, so to speak, is my Neogene SPF 50+ lotion. I love this formula because it has sun protection, antioxidant protection, and is also very hydrating without being greasy. I am normal to oily, and this formula gives me the moisture without the slick, without the heaviness. And the extract, again, they're designed to hydrate, to nourish, without the greasy and without the heaviness. I've been using this for months, and it is by far my favorite SPF facial formula for sure. Because of time's sake, I'm gonna go into the next step. I usually let that sink, let that settle. And now with my actual primer, this is the No Pore Problem Primer. It is phenomenal with blurring out your pores, making your foundation stay on all day, and I primarily apply it to my T-zone area mostly, and then from there I spread it out to the rest of my face. It has a very smooth texture. It does have silicone in it, and if you're not into silicones, there's a bunch of information online about the pros and cons about it. I won't get into it too much right now because as far as I'm concerned, it works for my skin. And this primer is $18, not super expensive, but I find it's a great alternative to the Hourglass Mineral Veil that has a similar texture and a similar function. Fills in your pores, blurs you out, and also keeps the oiliness at bay. I like to pat and just make sure that's all blended. The star product of this routine, my Erborian BB Creme All Ginseng Korean formula. This has been my holy grail skin product. It's a BB cream and it's not going to be as opaque, as covering as a foundation. This provides sun protection, antioxidant protection, and hydration all in one formula. I'm all about applying makeup that has skincare benefits because if you're wearing something every day, you want that formula to improve your skin over time. And this is by far the best I've tried in terms of BB creams. Coverage, hydration, protection, and finish. It's designed to give you a velvet, as they like to describe it, as baby soft skin. I look airbrushed. My oil is kept at a minimum all day long. And I'm wearing this when the humidity is like high. Temperature is high. It's summer now here in NYC. Beautiful formula. And because this is a BB cream, I go in with the brush simply because the beauty blender would soak up too much product and won't leave my face with any. This is a weighing gauze number 13. I think it's perfect for what I'm about to do. It just kind of glides over your skin, you know what I mean? I dot where I need the most, and then I take from that blob and just continue dotting, and then I carefully brush over. Unfortunately, the thing with any Korean product is that they don't have as many skin tones in their products. Because I get it, there are no like black people in Korea, fine, whatever. We love their products and our skin definitely benefits from it. So if you're looking at this Erborian, can you like make shades that are a lot deeper than your caramel shade? Really appreciate it. And I'm sure there are black people in Korea. Just to say that when it comes to Korean makeup, it's hard to find a brand that will go beyond a certain shade because I guess they're thinking their general population, and in their general population there are not going to be a ton of dark-skinned individuals, I guess. But if you're going to be an American now with their products, we got a lot of chocolatey skin individuals here, so if you could, we really appreciate if you would just spread the love. Thanks. Once I punch that in, I will go in with my concealer. My favorite NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Ginger. Not going too crazy. I primarily hit the under eye area, just a little bit on my forehead and the corners of my nose because I get red there. I feel like I was so far away from you guys. I'm sorry about that. With a damp beauty blender, we buff that into the skin. And again, just enough to give light and also tackling dark circlage. I love this formula. It's so hydrating, has skincare benefits for the under eye, and it looks like flawless skin finish realness. I did self tan, so my skin is a little super bronze. It's a little bit. My favorite step, I've been using this bad boy every day. This is a luxury product, I know. It just makes a huge difference with Wingos number 13 in the Soleil on my face. It sets up my bronzing layers so well. When I put a powder over this, it gives it extra punch. And it's tough on me now because I'm a little more tan. But just wait. When I put the bronzing powder on top, it makes the powder stay a little longer, and it also helps with the saturation. Cheekbone, forehead, jawline, and just my chin. Next I go in with a cream highlighter, and I think I found a dupe for the Marc Jacobs. I found this in TopShop. This is their Gleam Glow Cream. It has a similar finish, I think, to the Marc Jacobs, and is not as expensive. And also more travel friendly because it's smaller, and this scares me. It's heavy, it's glass, and this breaks during travel. Sad. If you're not into jars, it's definitely not as hygienic as a pump, but just tap your fingers in very lightly, and we will put that to the high points of... Oh! I love to use my finger because I think it blends out creams and liquid highlighters the best. But look at that sheen. I don't think this is bad for like $12. And I haven't found a dupe for the Marc Jacobs that I liked. And I think this is one that I, so far, like the most. It gives off a similar finish. Yes, the Marc Jacobs is a little more golden, has a little more glow. Not bad though for TopShop. I did try out their bronzer and powder highlighters, and I will link that video down below if you wish to see those swatches. I love to go on my forehead off to the side because the light hits that area of your face too, and it just gives a beautiful highlighting effect. I wanted to lay down the creams first, so let's set with Mercier loose setting powder. I like to still apply with my beauty blender. You can use a brush. I go back and forth depending on the time, my mood, you know. Damp beauty blender into the powder, just to my under eye area, so I'm not covering the cream highlights, and onto the sides of my nose. Press it in and don't leave it to bake. Yay! And again, the finish I feel a beauty blender leaves when applying powder with it. Skin-like, airbrushed, flawless. Sides of my smile lines. I like to do this now. You can do it after. A little more powder, still with the beauty blender. Cutting under the Chanel Soleil de Tan. And then after I lay down the powder, I go in with a large powder brush and brush up into that bronzing base to help it set a little bit. And whatever I have left in the lid, I go to my forehead and just lightly over any creams. I try not to cover my cream highlight too much, but we are gonna put more highlighter on that, so not to worry. I still love to powder some because, again, my skin is oily, and yes, we apply the primer, and the Erborian is velvet finish. It's just reinforcing. You don't have to go ham on the powder, but know that a little bit will help in terms of helping your makeup last longer. Okay, we're almost there. You can stop right here, but what I love to do is put on more bronzer. This is summer skin, so you know. I've been currently loving the Elcie bronzer. It is in the shade Tan. Whoa. It's matte, it's soft, it blends like butter. Check it out. It is on the expensive side. I think it's in the 30s. Flawless formula. I've been using this a lot, and just watch how it blends. Going in with the Morphe R2, take some, and starting on the high points of my cheekbones, I buff that in. See how beautiful that is? This is a good color. It warms you up very well. Gives you a realistic finish of bronze tan. I like to go on my jawline a little bit just to pull it all together. If you ever feel you went ham, powder brush, buff it out. If you ever think too much was applied of blush, of bronzer, of highlighter, powder brush, even with a little loose powder on there, will help erase any mistakes. If you feel you need a little more contrast, a little more definition, this is an additional step you can take. The contour bronzer I've been using is the Becca Ipanema Sun with a crown brush in the number C437. It's the perfect brown color to still contour with, but also stay in that bronze family. I apply it to the highest points of my cheekbones, keep it high when applying, and then I buff down from there. And I think this color just melts beautifully with whatever bronzer I'm using on that day. Because again, it's very buttery, it has a flawless finish, and it's a good one. It's a good one. If you find that the cream highlighter you've applied is enough, you can stop here if you feel like you need a little more. My current favorite highlighter is the Dose of Colors Supreme Glow Highlighters. I love this formula. Super soft, blends like a dream, gives that glow effect that it's terrific. I heard that word today and I was like, I'm gonna use that in my video. Terrific! First, I'm gonna go in with Gold is the New Black. This is actually the first shade they launched when they started with the highlighters. I am using just any highlighter brush. This is a Morphe R36. I'm gonna tap some in. Then right over that cream highlight. Oh! Down the bridge of the nose, Cupid's chin. And if you want even more, I go in with Milk and Honey, a shade that's slightly lighter than the gold one. Same highlighter brush. And right on that beam area, just right there, give it a little more pop, a little more shine. Having a fantastic glow is all about layering, I find. I could have also spritzed with some MAC Fix Plus, and when it begins to dry down, you slap on some more. If you're feeling really glowy, having glowy ambitions, you want to do it? I know you want to do that. Let's do it. But before we do that, eyebrows. Let's spritz. There. Just a little wave to help it dry down evenly. And again, before it dries down completely, going in with Milk and Honey again. Same highlighter brush. Just to that beam spot. Oh, I know this is a lot. This is just for the sake of demoing, I promise. Any excess moisture you might feel is still present, just gently press down with the beauty blender. And foundation is done. Thank you, friends, for joining me today on a summer foundation routine how-to. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and again, please subscribe to my channel. And for any other makeup routine, skincare themes video you would like to see, please let me know down below. Let me know also if you use any of these products, if you are thinking about buying them, or if not, perhaps we could discuss purchasing something like them that they perform similarly. And until then, I'll see you on here again. Bye!